Hey guys, Ed the AV guy here. I want to address a question I get really often. I get it asked a lot. I get it asked through viewers. I get it asked by customers. I get it asked by friends and family, and that is, hey, can I mount my TV over a fireplace? Really good question, smart question, educated question, right? We've got an open flame. We got a lot of heat. We got a sensitive piece of electronics. Do the two play nicely together? Really, really good question. It's why I get it asked a whole bunch. Short answer is yes and maybe. Hey, but before we go any further, please do your due diligence. Don't say Ed, the AV guy, told me I could mount my TV over my fireplace as your house is going up in flames. Please check your local building codes and do your due diligence. Part of that due diligence is watching this video. And why is that part of your due diligence? Well, this guy has installed probably 700 TVs since 2006 over fireplaces. I've installed thousands of TVs, but I've put up at least 700 or so over fireplaces. In fact, I would say probably 1 out of 3 TVs ends up over a fireplace here in North Texas. So it is a very common practice, and I have not had any issues. I have seen several issues. I say several. I've seen an issue twice. Not on installs that I've done. One was a commercial installation. Fireplace was running 24/7, 365 days a year. It was literally about 3 inches off of the fireplace front there. It was a gas electric insert, all glass front there. And the heat just rolled right off the top to the TV, deforming the plastic. TV was running fine, had been running fine for years, but I did notice that being an issue. So that being said, hey, okay, Ed, I thought you said it was all cool to put the TV over the fireplace. It can be, and most of the time I think it is. Let me show you what I've got going on here. This is my house, and as you can see, check it out. My TV's over a fireplace. And not just that, it's a large fireplace. This is 42 by 42. This opening is. I burn wood, which is hotter than those gas logs, and I don't have any issues to speak of. I do not have a mantle in place. My TV and sound bar sit, I think that's about 11 inches off of that opening, maybe about 12. But at any rate, it's close. I think everybody would agree that's very close to that fireplace. The way my fireplace projects that heat, it rolls out and away from the stone and that opening and comes out into the room, and it's really not warm at all. In fact, I can put my hand on the bottom of this sound bar. It is cool to the touch. And I have people ask me that all the time, and hey, go get up there and touch it and see what you think. People come over to the house and be like, man, is that bad for the TV? And they're always surprised. It is cool to the touch. It's less than 80 degrees, the bottom of that soundbar is. Don't believe me? Well, hey, I've got some footage for you. Let's see. See if I can do this. I guess I got to zoom out first. Hey, there we go. So this is with the TV off. This is a FLIR camera, thermal camera. And 81.1 degrees on this TV. And I know you're thinking, hey, you said it was 79. No, the soundbar is 79. Soundbar doesn't put off any heat. Electronics, TVs, yes, they put off heat. So this is actually the panel itself warming up. My fireplace is off below it. You can see it's all cold. In fact, the stone all around it is cold. But yeah, so 81.1 degrees. That's with the fireplace off. And then with the fireplace on, here we go, 85.9 degrees on that display. You can see the fire going here. But I honestly think this number is off because it's being projected through that thermal draft that's kind of going on in front. It has to pass right through it to get to the TV. I think it skews the number some because I don't know that it brings the temperature up all that much at all. I mean, even this is only 4 degrees. So for me, it's a non-issue. I mean, you can see the stone all around is cold. Right above the fireplace, it's cold. I mean, you could even get this down a little bit, the soundbar even closer to this opening, and still not have an issue, according to that thermal camera. Now, again, I talked about types of openings with fireplaces. Here's a glass front. That heat stops. There's not the same draft that's occurring. And so that heat kind of hits that glass and can stop. Maybe it drafts a little different on this. You know, maybe it just rolls straight up this stone instead of being projected out into the room like mine. Maybe you're up north. Maybe you have a wood burning, you know, a stove like this. These capture and treat the heat differently. And this gets very warm, all this metal facing here, and maybe again it just rolls straight up. That's why I'm saying you got to do your due diligence. You can do a pretty quick little test. You know, you can just put your hand right above the fireplace where the TV might go. Maybe if it's above a mantle, put your hand up there. If you don't have a mantle and you just want to see, put your hand out right where that TV would go. Hey, is it warm? You know, if you can't keep your hand in there, there's no way you're going to put a TV above there. So do your due diligence. See how your particular fireplace drafts and see if it's appropriate for you to put your TV over that fireplace. Now, again, I've been doing this a long time. I've been installing, you know, flat panel TVs since even before 2006. I started in 2003 working for other companies, and then my own company in 2006. And like I said, I've installed thousands of TVs, but probably about 700 of them being over fireplaces. Now, it's a pretty safe bet if you have a mantle. The answer is yes. You can mount a TV over top of the fireplace. That's the mantle is gonna block the majority of that heat coming out of that fireplace, and you should be fine. If you don't have a mantle, you really got to do some work to find out, hey, where is this heat going? You know, for my particular fireplace, if I move out about a foot away from the stone, it becomes very warm at that point. And so if my TV was out a foot, which it's not, then I would have some concern. But as it is with my setup, it works just fine. So, hey, I'd be curious, guys, have you had problems? Tell me about them in the comments. I've actually had one guy on a different video tell me that he did have a problem with his. And you know, that's interesting to me. I want to hear about it. Maybe you're in a different part of the country and the fireplaces are you know, they act a little different. You know, again, I'm here in North Texas. We're not using our fireplaces a ton. That's probably how I've gotten away with not seeing any issues whatsoever. But, you know, I want to hear about your issues. Am I a fool for mounting my TV over a fireplace? Let me know, guys. Hey, I want to hear about it. Leave me some questions, some comments. Tell me your stories in the comments below. Hey, like and subscribe. AV Guy out.